So for this, we're going to use an Artie Cape because any skill cape works. I'm using an Artie Cape because it doesn't have a cape passive, so it inherits my max cape. But we're going to bring Artie Cape because ideally this is for you guys to get a Zuk cape, so you're not going to have your own. We're bringing Amulet of Souls, and we're bringing Cinderbanes. Besides that, we're bringing 3 pieces of tank gear, and we're bringing an obsidian helmet. It doesn't matter what helmet you have, but if you have TzKal, this will give you 19% flat damage reduction on top of the damage reduction it gives from tank armor. It's really worth it to wear the obsidian helmet. So yeah, that's what we're going to do there. This is just for prayer bonus. And then we're doing tier 90s. TzKal-Zuk gives you a lot of flat damage, which is really good here. This also gives you 10% accuracy. It basically just cancels out the accuracy reduction you would get from being off style. So, but the 19% flat DR is just really, really nuts. In terms of our inventory, we have weapon poison, overloads. We have all of our runes because we're going to be using darkness and threads of fate relatively often. And then we have food, Excalibur, ritual shard. This isn't necessary. You can just bring another super restore if you wanted. And then we're using Blood Reaver because we're doing a poison build, or we're taking advantage of poison, and we have a bunch of healing. Then we're bringing a penance powder just to sustain ourselves for prayer. So, in terms of the waves, we're going to do. We're just gonna stand in one spot for all of the way after the first wave. We're just gonna stand in one spot in the entire caves. So, it's gonna be pretty easy to just like know where to stand, so you're not taking too much damage. The first third of the cave is going to be melee based. So what I try to do for those is you want to stand in one spot and then kill all the non-meleeers first while praying melee, and then deal with the meleeers as you go through it. Same thing for the second wave, which is ranged base. You want to kill all of the non-rangers that can hit you, then burst all of the rangers, and then same thing with the last third, which is the mage phase. So we'll go through that as we're killing it, but I'm just giving like a brief overview of what's going on. The biggest challenge, I think, for normal mode is going to be Zuk. And we'll talk about that more once we get there. But the biggest thing about Zuk is that he has a couple of mechanics. First thing he does is he's going to spawn in and he's going to put a bleed on you. The bleed doesn't do that much damage. You can freedom it if you want to, but I personally just tank it. It's not that bad. He's going to do 4 auto attacks. Then he's going to put a debuff on you that decreases your health if you don't move. What I do to deal with that is I surge through him and then walk back to my original spot. You'll take 1 tick of the health debuff, and then it'll just, that'll be it. You can use a super restore to cleanse it if you want to, but you don't have to. What's going on, boss? His third mechanic is going to be Quake. He's going to summon a bunch of Quakes around him that put the damage over time on you. If you surge through him when the Quake starts, you should just dodge all of the Quakes. If not, you can free them once they stop accruing stacks, and then that'll be a really good thing. And then the last mechanic he has is it's colloquially known as the pizza phase. He's going to summon the enhanced minions in order melee ranged magic from the trials, and then he's going to you're gonna have to kill them relatively quickly and then move on because the pizza phase is gonna like rotate. That's really easy to deal with Necromancer because luckily, even with a not great gear, you have really high burst damage, so that's really nice. And then Zuk's going to be relatively quick. I think you can do it in 2 cycles with Necromancy.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Thanks, Prackmer, for the follow. But yeah, so the fight's not that bad. It's just a lot to sustain your resources for that long. So we're going to donate TzKal here. This is going to increase our reduction from the helmet. So we're going to donate twice for 40 minutes worth. This is just really comfortable. You don't need to do this, but it is really, really comfortable. So now we're going to start. Let's see. I'm going to scatter my powder now. Summon my Blood Reaver.
7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Thanks, Alice, for the follow. And then we're going to start. So we're going to instantly summon all of our guys. He's going to do a lot of talking, which doesn't matter. Then we're going to stand here. We're going to darkness and pot up. And then we're going to pray melee and just kill these guys. Oh, I don't have melee on my bar. Hold on. Let me put melee on my bar. Okay, cool. So now melee is on my bar. Then we're just gonna, this spot that I'm standing in, this is where we're going to stand for the entire place. And then for your aura, just use Vampirism. It's just going to keep you so healthy. It's just use Vampirism. It's the best one. It's not close. While you're learning Zuk, you just want to be on Vampirism. It's going to save you so much resources. So because we're in the melee waves, we want to kill all of the non-meleeers first while protecting melee. The birds are the highest priority because they drain your prayer when they hit you. Also, whenever you need to resummon guys, the best way to do it is to build adrenaline, and then after you kill something, just summon one of your guys, because it's not going to cost any adrenaline because you won't be in combat. So we're not in combat right now, or we don't have a target, so we're going to summon Putrid Zombie.
To the slaughter.
So what we're going to do is we're going to stand here. We're going to wait for all of these guys to like be relatively close to me. We're going to Threads of Fate and then Finger of Death twice. I actually queued my Threads of Fate instead of activating it. So we Threads and then we volleyed. And we just killed all of the big guys pretty much instantly. So now we're going to go back here. Kill the... Threads of Fate is going to be really, really important for making this as painless as possible. So we're going to stand here. This is going to be the melee challenge wave. So this guy requires you to stun him. You can just use... What's the name of this ability? Soul Strike, it's a stun, and then you just kill him while he's, before the bar fills back up. This guy, you Soul Strike him, you get your stun, and then you hit him. My Putrid Zombie despawned, so after I kill this guy, I'm going to resummon him. The other stun that you have access to is your weapon special attack. It's generally not worth using on these guys. I forgot to stun him, but it's fine. So I'll stun him now. So here, I'm going to build up 100% adren on these guys. Okay. We're going to go to Zuk, put on Soul Split. We're going to activate Living Death and then special attack. Or and then a special action button. And now we're going to use our hard hitting moves. And we did the 50k damage. So we're just going to keep building adrenaline here. Going to Threads of Fate, and then use basics on these guys. We used a Finger of Death, and then we're just gonna hit these guys, and then that should just kill them. We might miss out on this guy. No, we got him. Nice. Okay.
It appears you have exceeded my expectations.
So now we're moving into the range waves. We're standing here again because it can protect us from jab. We're just gonna kill all of the rangers. After we kill this guy, we're gonna summon Putrid Imp. Also, you want to make sure your auto retaliate's off. Having your auto retaliates on is gonna mess up your summons. We're not going to use our Death Skulls. It's a good ability, but it's just kind of not worth using on these weaker enemies. We pretty much only want to use it for Jads and challenge waves. And then the harder of the regular waves, which the hardest of the regular waves are going to be wave 8 and wave 13, I believe. So those are the waves I'm like hard griefing right now. So the Stomp, range attack, we play range. And he's just going to keep using range attacks, I guess, so cool. Also, the good thing about the Necromancy tank armor is that it has dodge chance. With Darkness, you're going to dodge a meaningful amount of hits, which is really nice. So we're still on range waves, so we want to kill the Major instantly. We want to kill the bird. And then we want to kill this bird. We want to kill the big ranger. We want to summon Putrid Imp with no target, and then we want to kill this ranger. I'm going to overload again. Now we're just going to kill all of these guys. Yeah, luckily Zuk is... like, the biggest thing here is about managing your resources properly, and it's like not too hard to do that, which is really nice. Okay, so we're gonna kill this guy, summon Vengeful Ghost. We're gonna wait a little bit, activate Vengeful Ghost, and then we're gonna kill this guy. He can't hit us, so we're just gonna Soul Split. Because I'm full health, I'm just gonna turn off my prayer to save resources. So here, we're going to pray range. And then we're getting into one of the harder waves. So this is where Threads of Fate is going to be really useful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do like a movement lure. I'm going to stand in this square exactly. It'll drag these two over. And then I'm going to move down here. And it'll drag these guys down. I'm going to stand here. I'm going to Threads of Fate, and I'm going to Finger of Death twice. And it kills all of the rangers. Now we have no target. We're going to summon Imp or a Putrid Goblin. We're going to activate Vengeful Ghost. And we're just going to hit this guy. Okay, we can Soul Split on this guy until we're full health. Oh, we're pretty much full health now, so we're just gonna chill. Activate Ritual Shard. So this is gonna be the range challenge wave. So this requires thresholds. Thresholds for Necromancy are any ability that costs adrenaline. So I believe it's Finger of Death and Bloat that both count as thresholds. Yeah. We're going to kill this guy, and you're looking for the igneous ones. I don't know where the other igneous guy is. Oh, here, perfect. So we're going to kill this guy. We're going to build 100 adrenaline while killing him, ideally. Okay, we're going to activate Vengeful Ghost. We're going to summon a Putrid Goblin. We're going to activate Living Death, and then Special Action Button.
You dare?
And use Finger of Death here. Just keep using Finger of Death. Okay, and then we did the challenge wave, so that's good.
Cat, show your power.
So here we're gonna Death Skulls, and then we're gonna volley. And then we have enough adrenaline to finger, so we're gonna Finger of Death. We're gonna Finger of Death again. Okay, nice. He's dead.
It appears you have exceeded.
So now we're on the magic waves.
Or crawl and die.
So our main focus is Pray Magic. A Jad is gonna spawn right here, so we need to be ready for that guy. He's using range. Magic. Whenever he gets on his back legs, that's a magic hit. And then in between, I am using Soul Split just to make sure my health is high. This is a range hit. And then this spot is really good because it protects you from this Jad. So now we walk out and hit this Jad. Pray Magic. I'm gonna start using some of my harder hitting abilities. Pray range. So something that's like a little bit more advanced that you could do is if you wanted, you could have let Jad hit you like on purpose to restore prayer with penance powder until you're like really comfortable. I don't recommend doing that, but it is like something that you could do. I have no target, so I'm gonna summon Putrid Goblin and just soul split all of these guys. I need to go back and kill that major, so we're gonna do that now. And we're full health, so we're just not gonna use any prayer to let our prayer restore a little bit. So getting good at bossing was like kind of pretty incidental for me. I started on a hard boss, and like that just made other bosses easier. This is a magic wave, so we're praying magic and we're just killing the rangers. This ranger isn't gonna be able to hit us, so we're gonna kill this guy. We're still praying magic. We're gonna kill this ranger. That's gonna be super important. We're not using any of our big abilities because it's like not worth it yet. We're gonna kill this guy, summon Putrid Goblin. Then we're gonna activate this guy. We're gonna activate Darkness because our Darkness just wore off. And then we're gonna pot up because all of our pots expired. So the way the big majors work is they put a bleed on you. The bleed will stay on you, but every time you kill one of the majors, it like neutralizes the bleed. So that's why like you may have seen the debuff stacks here. But I wasn't taking any damage. That's why. So here, pray magic. This is a wave where we're gonna use threads again. We're gonna kill this major. We're gonna kill this major. With no target, we're gonna activate Vengeful Ghost. We'll kill this guy. We'll Threads of Fate. Then we'll Finger of Death twice. And now we kill this guy. Our health is pretty low, but it's like it's all good. We'll be able to heal a decent amount. I think RS3 at the top end is decently difficult. I think at the low end, it's about the same.
Mage of Embers,
So the requirement on these guys is you just need to hit them inside of their barrier. So we're just going to pray magic and hit them inside their barrier. We're going to activate Excalibur as well. I'm going to go down here, hit this guy. So stand in this guy's barrier, we're gonna hit him. And then here we're not going to Living Death. The strongest thing is going to or we need to hit 100% adrenaline to make this like as easy as possible. So we're gonna Death Skulls here and then just build adrenaline. So I have my Bone Shield active. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Resonance the first hit. Activate Devotion. This is a magic hit. This is a ranged hit. So I actually messed up here. I let my thing auto cast. But if you have 100% adrenaline, you want to barricade the last hit. Alternatively, you can Resonance the first hit and then just barricade the last hit, period. Or the barricade hits 2 through 4 and that'll get you a flawless. But I just let my thing auto-cast, I should have let it do it. If you move back to this spot, it'll let you safe spot all of the Jads. This one will hit you, these two will just watch. You step out, you can hit this guy. So you actually don't need a flawless to get your Igneous Stone, you just need a deathless kill. So that's why it's like not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna summon all my guys before I hit the last Jad. All getting a flawless deathless will do is it unlocks a hard mode for you. If you just want the Igneous Stone, then like messing up the last challenge doesn't matter that much. Okay, so now we're fighting Har-Aken, and then for this we want to use our Living Death. Gonna surge into him, we're gonna Living Death, and we're just gonna Soul Split. Or we're gonna use our Volley of Death, or our Volley of Souls. So when you see the thing go up in the air, that attack is an adrenaline drain. So you want to try to avoid that as best as you can. Like, as soon as you see it go up in the air, just move. Then we're just using our hard-hitting abilities here. Okay, so you went under. Before hitting anything, we're going to activate our guys. And then we're just going to kill the tentacles now. These do a good amount of damage, so it's like important to kill these. Well, when it says he's bombarding you, you just want to move. You want to move laterally rather than diagonally. Moving laterally will just make sure you don't take any of the damage. We're going to kill that. We're going to summon this. We're going to activate this. We're just going to keep killing tentacles. So he's bombarding me again. After the second bombard, after like a few seconds, that's when Har-Aken's going to come back up. Okay, so he's over here now. Just going to use basics. Now we use Volley of Souls and Finger of Death twice. I shouldn't have clicked on that guy. So we're going to click on the tentacle. Tentacle despawned. I'm gonna use this time to activate my guys. He's gonna land and put his melee bleed on you. You're just gonna protect melee. I'm gonna soul split flick here, so just every time his auto attack and wind up starts, I'm gonna pray melee. This is the 4th auto. He's gonna put the health reduction on me. Surge through him, walk back to my spot. I'm not gonna do a living death this first time around. So he does that. We're gonna surge through him, and we're not gonna take any damage from the quakes. That's a big typeless hit. You can use stuff like devotion, or no, not a devotion. You can use debilitate or reflect for it. I just choose not to. It's not that big of a deal in my opinion. So my summons are dead, and I want them back, but I'm still targeting Zuk. So what I'm gonna want to do is I want to surge here. This guy needs me to stun him, so I'm gonna stun him here. Use Finger of Death twice. Once he's dead, I'm gonna summon guys. This guy needs me to spend adrenaline, so I'm gonna spend adrenaline. Now he's like debuffed. He's dead, and now I'm gonna activate my Vengeful Ghost. Okay, so now we're gonna Living Death, and we're going to activate the special action button, and then we're just gonna try to Death Skulls off cooldown. We might be able to get 2 in, but we're probably only gonna be able to get 1. Yeah, we only got 1, which is fine. Surge. Walk back to your original spot. I Finger of Death there twice. I'm gonna use Weapon Special here. Surge again, and walk away a little bit. If you're too far away from him, he'll use a magic attack, so you just pray magic there. I'm gonna Resonance this hit. It's not gonna heal me, but it's just not gonna do any damage. Once he hits 100,000 health, he restarts his rotation. So after 4 autos, he's going to do the bleed. So I'm just gonna freedom the bleed. Do Matt's health bleed. Surge through him. And he's dead. So, yeah. That was normal mode Zuk. As you guys saw, we only used 2 pieces of food, which is really good. But in terms of actually, like, killing Zuk, it's not too bad at all. And then the loot is not bad either. I think, I have 2 kills worth of loot in here. So over 3 kills, I have 15 mil. So it's about 5 mil a kill. Yeah, for normal mode Zuk, it's like not too bad. Hard mode is a huge step up, but you are going to be applying a lot of the same principles in order to kill the hard mode. But it's not bad at all.